Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and coffee stream number 119. And today is the beginning of March break for me and, well, not me, but Alex. So, I do have him home with me today. So I do have my door open. I apologize if that affects the sound at all. But I just want to be able to hear him properly. I hope everyone had a good weekend. And I hope everyone enjoyed the show that Pincalo and I did last night once we finally got it going. Poor Pincalo, he's going crazy. It's he really needs a new computer, the poor guy. But yes, I hope everyone had a good weekend. Let's say hi to chat. Hi, Scotsman. Hi, Richo. Hi, RBA. Hi, Skeptalk. Let's see. Oh, All You Need. Hello. Hi, Chadwick. Let's see. Oh, Ryan Rawlings with the proximity badger alert. Why hasn't Pincalo been hunting these things? We're all going to die. Oh, because they're now under our employ. Oh, Rolling Bear. Hello. Sora Luna popped in to say hi before the stream because she's going to be busy. And Gunfox. Oh my goodness, stop yawning. Okay. So I've got 8 stories today. I don't know if I'll be able to go the full 2 hours, so I didn't pull more than 8, but we should be okay. We should be covered. And I hope everyone is ready for some fun. I've got a few stories that will probably get us a little bit upset. But hopefully we will also have some fun. Oh, hi, Peter Almond. Let's see. All right, let's get into the Twitter DMs for that wonderful, wonderful news. I'm going to take a sip of coffee here. Because holy moly, am I tired. Okay. There we go. And of course, the ever-present necessary login. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. Oh, hey, Pincalo. Okay. Here's a funny one that I found from the CBC this morning. Just a little science to start our day. Sunspot activity is waning as the sun approaches a new cycle. Yes, well, not all of us knew that, but let's see here. This is from the CBC. It was posted March 11th, so today. Our sun's activity waxes and wanes, and it's quieter than normal, and that can have an effect on us here on Earth. All right, here we go.
The sun is quiet, very quiet. In February, for the first time since August 2008, the sun went an entire month without any sunspots. You are currently on sunspots are cooler regions of the sun. How many appear on the sun's surface depends on what cycle the sun is in. Every 11 years our star goes through a maximum, followed by a minimum, also of 11 years. The entire magnetic cycle is 22 years. Over the past 3 decades, the sun has been consistently dropping in activity. Maximum has been quieter than is typical, minimum has been particularly quiet, and this has caused some to make the link. False assumption that, false assumption that, as a result, Earth is going to cool. Period. This graph shows the decrease in solar activity over the past 33 years. David Hathaway.
Oh, graph.
It all stems from an incident that took place between 1645 and 1715, called the Maunder Minimum, where sunspots all but disappeared. This coincided with a little ice age that stretched from 1500 to 1850 in the Northern Hemisphere. In England, the Thames River froze over, Viking settlers abandoned Greenland. As a result, there have been strong suggestions that the Maunder Minimum caused the Little Ice Age, but some scientists warned that there were other contributors, other contributors, such as increased volcanic activity.
Okay.
Period. This graph illustrates solar activity over the past 4 centuries. The Maunder Minimum is evident.
And has there not been increased volcanic activity of late? Just saying. Like, I'm pretty sure we've all heard of lots of increased volcanic activity. Has anyone seen Sinatch's video about Tucker? This year it's getting crazy. Fox better lawyer up. I see the hate waves coming at them. What was I gonna say? Something. Come on, think, blind, think. Yes, Chadwick. Pinkalo was listening to it on the way out the door this morning. I caught a few minutes of it. I'm going to have to listen to the whole thing. Pumpkin Trucker says, Pinkalo, I know a good way to replace the laptop. How attached to you how attached to your beard are you, Pinkalo? Hey, that might be a good idea, honey. You can grow your beard out pretty quickly, so grow out your beard and shave it.
On average, the sun produces 180 sunspots a cycle. The greatest ever was 285 in solar cycle 19. For solar cycle 24, so far it's been 116. So, with the decrease in solar activity, are we heading into another Maunder Minimum? No Maunder Minimum, certainly no Little Ice Age, said David Hathaway, an astrophysicist who once headed NASA's solar physics branch at the Marshall Space Flight Center. The next cycle looks like it's going to be very much like this one. You are correct. He explains that, while the sun does dim during a minimum, it's only by 0.1%, which translates into 0.1 degree Celsius. And with the warming by about 1°C that we've seen due to climate change, and the warming that is to come, it's unlikely that we'll notice.
Climate change, yes. Hello, Reason Vision. We are learning about the sun's cycles. Let's see. Okay.
Heading level 2. Different cycle. Keep heading level 2. Different cycles. The sunspot cycle is also called the Schwab cycle. At the moment, we are at the end of cycle 24, heading toward 25, and scientists predict that this quiet trend is going to persist. There's been this steady decline, Hathaway said. I'm fairly confident looking at our own predictions and predictions of others, that cycle 25 is going to be another small cycle. The sun had no sunspots for the entire month, a sign of an approaching period of solar minimum next year, when the sun's activity will be at the low end of its 11-year cycle. Solar Dynamics Observatory, NASA. Sunspots dot the sun surface, or photosphere. The sunspot unleashed a spectacular show on October 28, 2003. This sunspot released one of the biggest solar flares ever recorded. Solar and Heliospheric Observatory, NASA. But it's believed that the sun goes through many different cycles. Aside from the Schwab, there is also one called the Gliesberg cycle, where solar activity decreases roughly every 90 years.
This is actually really interesting to me. I'm fascinated by space and astronomy. Oh, Churchy. Hey. Gunfox says, Blind Press, ah yes, climate change, the myth that the left does not want to give up. No, I know, right? Yeah, hey, Churchy, it has been a while. Oh, and hi, Zombie Teddy. Now I've actually gotten used to the reader, or the speed has slowed down. You've gotten used to it, because I haven't moved it from 48%. My internet keeps dropping out. This sucks, says Duck Dog. Oh, that does suck. Climate change is a natural occurrence. Man has very little to do with its occurrence, says Churchy. Yeah, I would agree. Blind Press. Flying Girl says hi. She would come say it herself, but Dashcam sued the wild child. Oh God. The robot voice makes it hard to concentrate. Aw. That sucks. I'm sorry. Got transferred to a different department. Schedule change. Oh. Gunfox says, Blind Press, volcanoes release more gases. Wait. Volcanoes release more gases than humans. Yeah, actually, I know of that, Gunfox. Oh, Chadwick says, I like the robot voice. I definitely like the new one that I picked. What was I gonna say here? Yeah, the volcano thing, the gases in the volcano, I knew about that. The I was doing I love to listen to these documentaries. It's a series about the catastrophes that shaped the planet so far. And it's a 5-part series. They do the birth of the planet, and they talk about the moon and how the main theory on how the moon was formed, which is that a planet, Mars-sized planet called Theia, smashed into us at a glancing blow, and it was destroyed, and basically became our moon because its debris and the debris from the Earth's crust that was caused from the collision formed a disk system or ring system basically and coalesced into the moon. So that's the first part, and then the second part is talks about snowball Earth. So like that. So that theory is that about 650 million years ago there was an ice age that basically encased the whole planet in ice. Then part three is Planet of Fire, which is talks about the Permian extinction, and that has to do with a whole bunch of volcanism that took place on the planet from what's called the Siberian traps, which is a flood basalt eruption style volcano. Then they weren't catastrophes, they were planetary events. Yeah. Um and then the fourth one is the asteroid impact that destroyed the dinosaurs. Then the fifth one is the ice age that humans lived through and all that stuff. So it's an interesting documentary series. Also, Al Gore blocked me because I disproved his global climate idea. That's funny. The moon is a byproduct of too much space cheese, says Zombie Teddy. That's also amusing. What series is this? It's if you search catastrophe naked science on YouTube, or like yeah, naked science catastrophe, because it's a National Geographic series, but the whole overall series is called Naked Science. Some of their stuff is absolute bullshit. So you got to take what they say with a grain of salt. But the planetary stuff that they cover in that series, I've actually um been able to kind of back up with other sources. But they do have some really bizarre out there woo woo stuff. Like they do an episode on twins that's just ridiculous. They do a couple on aliens, which is really ridiculous. So like I said, you got to take what some of their stuff with a grain of salt. That clock thing on episode 1 looks familiar. Yeah, that's a running theme, is that they stretch out Earth's history over like to make it more comprehensive, I guess, as a time frame. They stretch the Earth's history over a 24-hour period, so each minute equals 3 million years or something like that. So midnight, the Earth is formed, and I guess now is like 11:59 and something seconds, I guess. Ancient Aliens was cool, says All You Need. Ancient Aliens really annoyed me. English, do I speak it? No, I don't. I really don't. English, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Oh, I love that movie. Yeah, I find it hilarious that YouTube says that they're going to start shadow banning all their conspiracy theories, and then the History Channel starts uploading all their UFO videos and ancient aliens. Yeah, Chadwick, that is funny. I when they started introducing people on that show as ufologists, I'm like, I'm sorry, you actually call yourself a ufologist? You can fuck off now. You can go away. You can't actually call yourself a ufologist and take yourself seriously. The History Channel is trolling YouTube hard, says Gunfox. It must be. It's gotta be. So that's the Sun article. It's just talking about the cycles that the sun is going through. Um, what's the next one here? Oh, here's one. Netanyahu says the state of Israel is a state only to Jewish people, not of all its citizens. Oh, 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 Netanyahu. I don't think that's a good I don't think that's a good stance there, Netanyahu. That just seems like a not a good position to take. All right, here we go.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel is the homeland only of the Jewish people, in a new jab at the country's Arab minority ahead of April's election.
So he's come out and said that Israel is the homeland only of the Jews and not of any of the other people living there. Now, granted, I do understand that if if the Muslims had it their way, they would probably say and do much worse. But still, it would have eased. All you need says it would have been easier to take ancient aliens more seriously if it weren't for George. Oh, oh, the is that the guy with the crazy hair? Hi, Golf City Ben. June Juno State. What's wrong with being a ufologist? It just sounds. It just sounds. It just sounds not not just the term ufologist sounds very it doesn't sound very official, like even if you are like just investigating, unidentified objects, it's a ufologist just sounds very childish almost. It's a made up title to make themselves feel important, kind of like religious people calling themselves doctors. Yeah, RVA's right too. It sounds made up. It does. Let's see. Just imagine if a leader of a Western country said something like that, says Scotsman. Yeah, I know, right? It doesn't sound very serious, says Maniac Man. It sounds unhinged. It does sound unhinged. Every job title was made up at some point. Yeah, I guess Peter Almond. All right. Let's continue on and see what Netanyahu has to say here.
Netanyahu on Sunday addressed slightly confused people after an Israeli celebrity defended the rights of Israel's Arab population. Arabs comprise about 20% of Israel's 9 million residents. They have full citizenship rights but have faced decades of discrimination.
Well, okay, so this is kind of this whole Israel-Palestine thing is starting to be more like an ancient feud than a freaking like, because everyone talks about everyone takes a side, right? Everyone says, oh, Palestine is terrible because, and the things that they have done are terrible. Okay, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And then you have the people that defend Palestine. They say, "Oh, fuck Israel." They're pretty much accusing Israel of doing the exact same thing that Palestine is doing. But at this point, nobody's hands are clean in this conflict. And it just seems more like retaliation now. Y'all know this is just a distraction, right? Says Chadwick. Yeah. Chadwick says, just saying in about a week, shit's going to hit the fan for the Democrats. Oh, I've got some stories about the Democrats here too. Imagine the riots if Trump said something like that, says Gulf City Ben. Yeah. I love it, says Gunfox. I got another snowflake going. Ree! For all intents and purposes, all words are made up, says all you need. Yeah. True.
On Saturday, actress Rodham Salad announced Netanyahu's frequent talking point that his political rival will form a government with Arab political parties. When the hell will someone in this government tell the public that Israel is a country of all its citizens? Saleh wrote on Instagram. Netanyahu responded, Israel is the national state, not of all its citizens, but only of the Jewish people. You are currently on a text element.
Okay.
Globe and Mail newsletters. It's part of link. It's part of my life. Link. Sign up. Compliment heading level 2. Link. Subscribe. Link. End of link. End comments. Show comments.
Oh, is that the
Heading
end
link.
of the story?
Opinion hub link. 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 Head 1.
That is the end of the story. Wow, that's a short ass story. So yeah, he's basically flat out said, no, fuck the Arabs. Which is not going to help either side. Gunfox says I can fix that whole thing. Flatten that whole thing and build a Walmart parking lot and then build a Walmart. Because that can be useful for the American Empire. Even though there are Arab Jews, says Scotsman. Yes. That was my text to speech. Yeah. Let's see here. So that's the story of Netanyahu basically coming out and saying, fuck the Arabs. Which is, I have a feeling there's going to be some retaliation now. From what I'm hearing, come 2019, the people that really run this government are going to take it back. Yeah. Let's see here. Next story. Oh, here's a Canadian story. Sheila Copps stands by controversial Jody Wilson-Raybould statements, but she disputes the charges of racism. So, Jody Wilson-Raybould, I'm sure you guys remember who she is now. She's the woman surrounding this whole construction company scandal, who has basically refused to play political ball with Justin Trudeau, lost her position as Attorney General, and then resigned as Veterans Affairs Minister after only a month. And this has been very divisive in Canadian politics. A lot of people have left Trudeau's cabinet because of it. But this is a look at somebody from the other side who is sticking up for Trudeau. I'm not surprised Sheila Copps is sticking up for Trudeau, actually. She was the former Deputy Prime Minister. So, yeah. She's definitely in the upper echelons of the Liberal Party, and I'm not surprised that she's behind Bury the fucking dinosaur already. Sheila Copps is still alive? What is she, like 120? Says Pinkalo. I know, right? Oh, Gunfox says blind press. Israel and Palestine have nothing on India and Pakistan. Those two are gonna go full nuclear. Yeah, that's not a good situation either. This is way better than Sunspots. What else did I miss? You missed Netanyahu telling us that Israel is only for the Jews. Only for the Jews. No one else. Okay, here we go.
Former Deputy Prime Minister Sheila Copps is not backing down from comments she made online about link Jody Wilson-Raybould. That generated controversy over the weekend. Copps isn't generally a big Twitter user. Until last Monday, she had only tweeted 3 times since the beginning of the year. But in the last week, she sent off dozens of tweets about former Justice Minister Wilson-Raybould's testimony about the SNC-Lavalin affair. The most widely circulated tweets had the former Liberal cabinet minister facing criticism of racism and of sexist language, charges she disputes as cheap shots. Link.
Okay, so here's her tweet.
Link. Hey Jonathan, I'm surprised that you two people do not a caucus make. Trudeau has not said bitch to anyone, even though it may apply. The feminist rumblings from the media are certainly questionable. Who is more feminist than Trudeau? Andrew Skier?
So she's saying here that Justin Trudeau has never said bitch to anyone, even though it may apply. So she's implying that Jody Wilson-Raybould's a bitch. And saying that nobody's more feminist than Trudeau. Well, he is certainly your typical male feminist.
Link. View Copps says that when she wrote of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's feminist credentials that Trudeau has not said bitch to anyone, even though it may apply, she was not suggesting that the word applied to either Wilson-Raybould or former Treasury Board President Jane Philpott.
Bullshit.
I was pointing out the fact that Trudeau always uses very gentlemanly language, but perhaps he could be a little tougher, she told HuffPost Canada in a phone interview on Sunday. She feels the Prime Minister was betrayed by Wilson-Raybould, and she thinks betrayal should be met with strong words.
So she's not calling Wilson-Raybould a bitch, but she thinks that Wilson-Raybould betrayed Justin Trudeau and that he should speak more harshly about her. So basically, she's calling Jody Wilson-Raybould a bitch for not playing partisanship, for not, let's see, nobody is more feminine god than Trudeau. He sure is cucked, says all you need. Yeah, I know, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you our Elizabeth Warren, says Pinkalo. Yeah, she really is. Oy vey, says Gulf City Ben. That's why I was surprised to learn last night that he has a wife. I always thought he was gay. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Chadwick, that you thought that. Yeah, gotta toe the party line. This is all you need. Yeah, I know, right? You just toe that party line, even if what the party is doing is illegal.
Perhaps if I had a larger Twitter feed, I should have said, perhaps a noun will apply, but not that one, she said.
Wow, really?
I would never call anyone a bitch. I've been called a bitch too many times myself, she added.
Oh, you poor dear. You poor I would never call anyone a bitch. Never. Never. I've been called a bitch too many times. It hurts so much. Them's just details, BP. Yeah. Probably a beard, says Gulf City Ben. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, actually.
Link. Han Sheila Cops. Link. Wilson-Raybould would have looked for legal solutions if 9,000 Aboriginal jobs were at stake. She would have been open to listening to input. You are currently on it. Link. Alicia Elliott at work.
What does that have to do with it? What?
Wilson-Raybould would have looked for legal solutions if 9,000 Aboriginal jobs were at stake. She would have been open to listening to input.
So she's basically saying that if these were Aboriginal jobs, she would have looked for legal solutions. Did I say that out loud, says all you need? Wow, Sheila.
Link. Alicia Elliott at Words and Guitar HTT. Link. Like 330. Link. Another tweet that sparked controversy tapped into the argument made by Trudeau and his former top aide that they urged Wilson-Raybould to. Link. Consider the 9,000 jobs they say were at stake in the SNC-Lavalin case. Cops theorized that Wilson-Raybould would have reacted differently if the 9,000 jobs had been held by Indigenous people. You are currently on attack.
Really? You're gonna play that card, Sheila? You and the Liberals are the worst for screwing the Indigenous people. And you're saying that she would have broken the law in order to give natives jobs because she's a native? Like, are you serious? Are you saying that because she's a native, if those jobs were for native people, she would have allowed the looking the other way on those Libyan contracts? Are you serious? Seriously, people, tell me you do not hear Elizabeth Warren talking right now. Replace everything that says Sheila Copps with Elizabeth Warren, says Pinkalo. Yeah. This is insane. I'm the worst for screwing the indigenous people. Never call them back. But it's just wow, like the amount of racism that's just in that's crazy.
I don't see anything racist about that at all, Cobb said. I believe that. You had the potential cost and jobs been Vancouver based or in her community, she would have looked at it differently. Your background informs your experience, and that's pretty logical in politics.
No, that's not what you said. At all. That is not at all what you said, Sheila, and you fucking know it. Wow. I don't see what's racist in that at all. No, of course you don't. Of course you don't. Gunfox is blind plus yet blind press, yes. Correct, yet the left is corrupt almost to the bone. Yep. No self-awareness, says Scotsman. I would totally agree with that statement.
She doesn't agree that position implies that Wilson-Raybould was working for Indigenous communities more than the general public. No, I never said that, she said, before politely excusing herself to deal with an octopus she was pressure cooking.
Ha 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 ha. Why does that sound like a euphemism for something? Excuse me, I'm pressure cooking an octopus. Yes. I have to go take a shit. That's what that sounds like a euphemism for. Do you know what I mean? Like, or like maybe she has to go puke. I'm pressure cooking an octopus. Gunfox says, blind press, and the best part is that blacks and minorities keep voting the Dems because they keep needing the GOP, but they wonder why they keep getting called low IQ. I'm gonna blow this place up. This is all you need. Pressure washing her puss. Wait, this is all you need. Yeah, I know. Pressure cooking an octopus. So is that what the kids are calling it? Apparently. I'm gonna use that from now on. I'm gonna use that. I'm pressure cooking an octopus.
Former Canadian Justice Minister Jody Wilson-Raybould prior to giving her testimony about the SNC-Lavalin affair on February 27th. Image.
Oh, this is
LARS Hackworks.
That's the end of that story. Hi, Alex.
What are you doing?
I'm doing my show.
I'm doing my show.
Why am I doing my show? Because that's what I'm doing.
Why?
Why?
Mom doesn't make it. Why I can sit in her microphone? Mommy think you sing.
No, I'm not singing right now. I'm talking.
I can sing. Mommy, do it.
No, I'm not gonna sing right now. I'm talking.
Why? You need to sing.
I need to sing.
Yeah.
Oh. Why?
Yes, do it, big mom. Let me do it.
But Mummy's voice isn't ready for singing.
Yet?
My nose is all stuffed up and my throat's a little scratchy.
Why?
'Cause I'm a little bit sick.
Why?
I have a cold.
Why?
Because I got it from Logan.
Why? My baby has the hiccups
No, he has a stuffy nose.
too, but it's tiny.
He's tiny.
No, no. That isn't the same nose, Mom. That has the same nose. It's only my nose. It's only my nose.
It's only your nose?
Yeah.
Well, my nose is stuffy.
Oh, and my baby nose is dirty too.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Sorry, guys. Gun Fox says I really hate when kids ask why.
Hey, Mommy. Hey, Maya, pick me up. Please, Mom. Pick me up. Please.
Pick you up, please.
Yeah.
Why?
It's activate. Hey, Mommy.
Hey, Alex, stop that, honey. You're gonna break my chair.
Why?
Because you're pulling on it.
Mommy, pick me up. Please.
There's no room to pick you up, honey.
Okay, I mean, I can move it.
No, stop.
Hey, Mommy.
What?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to do my show, buddy.
Me with you.
I love you too. Are you gonna color? Do you want to color?
Yeah. And this book.
I think the crayons are in the drawer in Daddy's office on the...
It's not in there.
Are the crayons in here still?
No.
They're in Daddy's office, I think, in the bottom drawer.
No, I'm going to do. I'm going to do.
What do you mean, what am I gonna do?
Mommy, where are you going? How is it done?
Oh,
Hey, Mommy.
Alex, go unlock the door and let Daddy inside.
Okay. But it's a silly movie.
No, honey, you can do it. Daddy's at the door. Go let him in.
And my baby?
No, just Daddy.
That's my dad?
Yes, just your dad.
But not me. I'm going to get alone.
You can do it.
I'm going to get alone.
Honey, go unlock the door. I hear Daddy's car.
But here,
I hear his car in the driveway.
here, don't go. Look.
Honey, go unlock the door. It's nice and
What?
sunny and bright. It's nice and bright.
Well, this is awesome.
Go, Alex.
Not here like this.
Go unlock the door and let Daddy in the house.
Daddy! Daddy!
Okay. Sorry, guys. Recent Vision says, plot twist, adult falling asleep while children speaking. Wait, what? A guy brings an octopus into a bar. $50 says he can play any instrument you have. Guy hands him an instrument. Or first guy brings a guitar, tunes it, and he places the octopus on it. The octopus plays it. Second guy hands him. Let's see. It's a Laurel and Hardy skit some days. Yep, it is. Quick, run and lock your door. Duck Dog says, second guy hands him a trumpet. Guy holds it to his water siphon, and the octopus plays the trumpet. Bartender, who is a Scot, hands over the bagpipes. Octopus climbs all over the bagpipes, and the bartender says, aren't you going to play that? Yeah, I was gonna say this sounds like a Sir Sick joke. Let's get to the next story here. Next story. Okay, this story is gonna be both sad, but also justice is done, so it's okay. That's why I'm reading it. Hello.
What are they called? Greek tragedies in that case?
No.
It's a glorious tragedy. That we're going with that level? Is that what this story is? No?
No.
Oh. You're no fun.
A glorious tragedy? No, I wouldn't think.
Well, I can't remember what it's called. Because I'm not a lesbian. I mean thespian. Maybe I am a lesbian, but hey. Good night, everybody.
Both sad and crunchy. The octopus was mating with a bagpipe. Enjoy your waitress and tip the bill. All right, so this story. Single mom, 35, raped and set on fire, kills her attacker by dragging him into the flames. So, rapist is dead. Veal. Gun Fox says, blind press. Yep, it's Monday. You can never win on Mondays. Wow, this is all you need. Yeah. Okay. So, here we go.
A woman in India who was raped and set on fire killed her attacker by dragging him into the flames, police said today. The widow, 35, survived but was left with terrible burns to her face and hands while the man died in hospital from his injuries.
Good. And way to go, girl. Way to fucking go. I mean, like, so she survived. I mean, yeah, she's gonna have scars for the rest of her life, but she fucking survived and her attacker burned to death. I think that's fair play. She did what? So her attacker raped her and set her on fire, and she dragged him into the flames, and she survived, and he's dead.
Police attending a demonstration in New Delhi against the scourge of rape in India figure. Link EPA visited police attending a demonstration end of where the horrifying attack happened figure. Link visited link where the horrifying end of with heading level 4. Your information will be link. She told sign me up button. She told police that the man, 42, attacked and raped her in her home north of Kolkata in eastern India on Monday when her daughters were out.
Wow.
Police spokesman Sajal Kanti Biswas said, then he poured kerosene on her body and set her on fire. India has a grim record of sexual violence, You are currently on average more than 100 rapes are reported each day.
Jesus Christ.
But victims.
Now that is a fucking rape culture, people. You want to fucking you want to bitch about a rape culture? Go do it in India. What the fuck, says Chadwick. Yeah, I know, right? Shitty way to go, but good for her, says Chadwick. Yep. Let's see.
Courts and lax police also failed the victims, experts say. He poured kerosene on her body and said, in recent years, some incidents of taking drastic actions for instant justice have surfaced.
Vigilantism.
Last December, a 47-year-old woman cut off the penis of her stalker after the 27-year-old repeatedly sought sexual favors from the mother of two.
See, that is a fucking problem. This is why I get so angry at women in freaking North America who sit there and bitch about people freaking catcalling them and wolf whistling at them. When you read about women like these two who, had to set her rapist on fire because he set her on fire, and B, cut off the stalker's penis. Like, what? Fuck off with that, Western women. Seriously, you don't. Ugh. We have no idea what it's like to actually deal with systematic problems like that. We claim we do. We claim that we have systemic racism and rape culture and blah, 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 blah. Really? You go experience the caste system in India and you go tell me about racism.
Indian women turned out for a huge demonstration against rape and violence to women in New Delhi today, holding placards that read "Break the silence on rape." Heading level 3. Link. Girl with pet schoolgirl, 17, raped, murdered and skinned as she walked to church. Link. Pet Maddie abductor carried her past Irish family minutes after kidnap. Link.
Oh, this is all. Oh, sorry. These are all headlines. Fucking headlines of horrible things. Okay, so that's the end of that story. When you have to make problems up, your life is pretty good. Yes, Scotsman. I would agree. I would absolutely agree with you. So, here's one. Knife disguised as a highlighter pen found in bag of girl, 12. As Gunfox said in Discord, that's some James Bond shit right there. Let's see here. So, let's see. All right.
A school has launched an investigation after a pupil found a knife disguised in a highlighter pen in her bag.
Wait, a student found the... Oh, I thought she brought it to school with her and she found it?
A 12-year-old who attends Bolden School in South Tyneside discovered the highlighter which had been adapted to contain the blade on Thursday night.
Weird.
The blade was hidden inside an highlighter pen figure. Link, North News and Pitch visited. The blade was hidden inside an highlighter pen. End of book. Edit your information. Link, privacy and sign me up. The discovery comes amid an epidemic of knife crime in the UK, which has seen, link, 42 people stabbed to death this year alone.
Good Lord.
Prime Minister Theresa May has announced an emergency package to deal with the problem.
Oh, yeah. And that'll be, I'm sure, oh, so helpful. Because everything you've done has been so great, May. That's some prison shit right there, says Duck Dog. Yeah, I know, right?
A spokesperson for Bolden School said, "We appreciate tensions are running high with knife crime on the agenda at a national level. We were alerted to this particular incident by a post on social media on Thursday evening and immediately carried out a thorough investigation. This has included talking to students about the risks of such irresponsible behavior and carrying out random voluntary bag searches. You are currently..."
But I just want to know who put it in her bag and why. Like, why would they put that in her, like, in her bag? Was she just a random person? The irony, isn't there a highlighter manufacturer called Stow Below? I don't know. That might be something to look into. Okay.
"We will deal with any pupils found to be involved in this type of activity in the appropriate manner. This is something we take extremely seriously and order any parents or members of the public who have any concerns or information to contact the school direct. You are currently on it. We want to assure people keeping our students safe is a top priority for us.
Bye. All right. So, yeah, I just seriously, who put that in her bag? I wonder. Oh, it's a goat man. I want to go back to bed, but kids, yeah. Is it March break for you guys? Or spring break or whatever you guys call it? Because it's March break for Alex this week.
The girl is not being named, but a relative said she was hysterical, and when I asked her what was wrong, she handed me the highlighter with a blade in it. You are heading level 2. Found in school bag.
Well, that would be like if it wasn't your pen, that would be really freaking scary. Not yet, says Goatman. Oh, okay. Next week. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
She said someone had put it in her bag. She hates anything like this, and I was shocked that someone would do this. It's ridiculous people are making things like this. It could cause someone serious harm.
Yes, it could.
Pat McDougall, grandmother of South Tyneside schoolboy Glenn Corner, who was stabbed to death on his 16th birthday in 2006, said, "This has absolutely shocked me. What is the world coming to, where kids are making weapons like this? The young girl has definitely done the right thing by telling an adult."
Yeah, definitely. Like, she definitely did the right thing, but like that's got to be really freaking scary. Like, I actually had somebody put a chocolate bar in my backpack that had we never found out what it was, but it was an opened chocolate bar. it was an opened chocolate bar. It was actually my favorite kind of chocolate bar, Coffee Crisp. And it was wrapped in a Zehrs bag, which is Zehrs is a grocery store chain up here. So it was wrapped in a grocery bag. And this lady just like shoved it, like she wouldn't let me go away. Like she had me by the backpack and she insisted on putting it in my backpack. It was really freaking scary. Like the cops were called and everything. It happened at my school, just before school started. So yeah, it was like, that was 3rd grade, I think. That was really freaking scary.
And I would always encourage anyone who knows of anyone who is carrying a knife to tell a responsible adult, as by doing so you could help save a life and stop a family having their hearts ripped apart like we have. You are currently on a text element inside of web content. To exit this web area, press Control Option. A Northumbria police spokesperson said.
Hold on, guys. Hey, what's up? Okay. Sorry, guys. I gotta go unlock the door. Hold on.
Use the soft side. Have that really soft side.
Sorry, guys. Pincolo forgot his keys. Kind of needs those. Okay. Holy shit, my back hurts. Okay. Anything left in this story?
Heading level 3. Most read in news.
No, that's
You are
the
currently on
end.
a heading level 3.
Hush. Hush, computer, hush. Okay. Thank you. Who thinks Pincolo needs to remember his keys? Okay. Let's move on to the next story. How many do I have left? There's 1, 2, 3. 3 stories left. Oh my goodness. Stop yawning, Blind Press. Okay. Russia threatens to blow up any foreign vessels passing through its Arctic waters. Because of course it does. So, here we go.
Russia has today threatened to blow up any foreign vessels that pass through busy Arctic waters unless they have the right paperwork. The Kremlin is demanding 45 days advance notice of voyages and are making vessels take on board a Russian pilot as they sail through the Arctic.
Well then. So basically, if you have no paperwork, you go boom? Is that what's going on here? That's kind of crazy.
Russian Northern Sea Fleet begins training in the Arctic. Boat Vladimir Gumenenko, figure. Link map. Russian Northern Sea Fleet. End of. Heading level 4. Your information will be link. Privacy. Vessels not abiding to the new strict rules will face either sinking or arresting, including non-Russian ships, which may be refused access to the Northern Sea route. You are currently on a text
Sinking
element.
or arresting? Those are the options. Sinking or arresting. Haha, gotta love the riskies. Yeah. Who's gonna volunteer to pass that out? Yeah. I like how sinking was first, says Chadwick. Yeah, I know, right? I noticed that myself. Sinking was first, and then arresting was later, you know.
The move comes as amid Moscow's growing military presence in the Arctic, which the Kremlin is also exploiting for oil and gas. The route covers Arctic waters north of the Russian mainland, including the entire length of Siberia.
That's a lot of water.
Due to global warming, the route is far more accessible to shipping than a generation ago.
Global warming, global warming. Everywhere we go, it's global warming. Who else thinks they're going to opt for arrest and seizure? Yeah. Like to see them try that with the US Navy, says RVA. Yeah, that would be interesting. Well, that's standard procedure for either or situation. I don't see anything wrong with what they're doing. It's their water. Yeah. Well, up to 200 miles out, says Gunfox.
The decision comes after. Link. Russia has increased activity of various states in the Arctic military naval zone, reported local newspaper Izvestia. US and other NATO countries have paid attention to the Northern Sea route, in which Vladimir Putin is massively boosting the presence of his military machine. Ships with cruise missiles on board passing along the route pose a serious threat to Russia as they keep key military and political centers at gunpoint, according to the report. Heading Level 2. Vessel crackdown. Military expert Vladislav Shurigin said, the current international situation demands Russian control over the Northern Sea route.
Okay.
NATO and the USA can try to create a hotbed of yet more tension next to our borders, and the passing of the French naval ship proves it. Notice of foreign naval sailings must include a full description of a military vessel, as well as the military rank and identity of its captain, said Moscow. Vessels breaking the new code could be arrested or destroyed, Russia warned. You are currently on a text element inside of web content.
Okay,
to exit
so
this web area, press.
I guess let's see. I think that's the correct mileage, says Gunfox. Natural cycles, not global warming, says Chadwick. Yeah. Depends on how many bottles of vodka the captain downed first. Gunfox says the USSR ships may be old, but they are still deadly. Yep. How far out does this article state they're staying within their borders? It doesn't matter. I don't know. They haven't stated. First time I heard about global warming was in the 1980s as a kid. The Earth should have been unlivable at least twice now. Yeah.
Professor Kamil Bekayev, vice president of the Russian Maritime Law Association, said, should the Russian side conclude that a vessel is old, its trim is not suitable to go through ice, or its crew is not properly trained, the ship might be banned from using the Northern Sea route. You are currently on a
Wait,
test element.
its trim is not suitable to go through ice? That's a reason to ban a ship? Gunfox says, blind press, Russia's trying to say the whole North Port is theirs. I see. That's my point, Gunfox. They're probably not putting the distance in there because Russia is staying within their borders, says Pincalo. Yeah, true. Okay, Pincalo.
Should a vessel proceed without a permit, Russia reserved the right to forcibly stop it or even destroy the ship, he said.
And that makes sense.
The current international situation demands Russian control over the Northern Sea route.
That doesn't necessarily make sense, but okay.
Vladislav Shurigin, military expert. Bekayev added, international maritime and national legislation allows us to do this, since such a vessel carries a threat to navigation, the environment and human lives. You are currently on. Western countries have argued that the route should be open to all countries. But Moscow insists the route is within its territorial waters or covered by rules on the protection of frozen seas. You are current.
Russian ships carry hookers.
Heading level 3. Most read in news.
So that's the end of that story. So yeah, that we've got Russia saying that it should control and own the entire Northern Sea route. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's an interesting time. It's a very interesting time. Let's see here. What's the next story that we've got? Ocasio-Cortez blasts capitalism as an unlivable system? Or as an irredeemable system? Okay. If I was the U.S. command, I would just send U.S. attack subs into the area and watch. Yes, well, you just like war. It seems. This is from March 9th. All right, here we go.
Dallas, Democrat Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, whose sudden rise to prominence has made her a target of Republicans and a sometime irritant to her party's leaders, called capitalism an irredeemable system that is to blame for income inequality.
Okay, there shouldn't be income equality. That's a bunch of horse shit chest pounding, says Duck Dog. And the protection of frozen seas is something that we as Canada follow as well, for the protection of, in relation to the Arctic Circle and the Northern Passage. Get ready for the rage, Blind Press. Remember, her campaign removed $1.3 million US. Yeah, I know. Says the woman who supports a system that has killed millions all over the world, says Scotsman. Yeah, I know. Oh, hold on, but guys. Daddy went back to work, sweetie. What do you need help with? Oh, I think he's got it. He's playing his video game. All right, let's read about the ridiculousness.
The 29, she directed some of her sharpest. Dallas, Democrat Alex, the 29-year-old, first-term U.S. House member from New York and self-described Democratic Socialist addressed an enthusiastic crowd Saturday at the South by Southwest conference in Austin about issues that resonate with her fellow millennials, from universal health care to combating climate change. You are currently on text
Oh,
element.
yes. Climate change again.
She directed some of her sharpest comments at an economic system that she said values profit over people. You are.
Okay, you know what? No. Because without people, there would be no profit, you retard. So how can you say that capitalism values profit over people? Without the people to spend the money and make the goods, there would be no profit. Capitalism benefits from making sure that its people are still alive and healthy and able to work and spend and make the money. Democratic socialism oxymoron. Yep. Oh joy, more commies. Yep. I hope she goes to jail, says Duck Dog. Me too. I wish I was a year older. I hate my generation, says Chadwick. Me too. Did AOC fly to South by Southwest? Yes, she did. You're done? Okay. Put the controller down. I'll turn it off for you when I'm done, okay? And without profit, there would be no goods. Yep. I'm so glad none of my kids do that. Okay. I'll turn off your game when I'm done with the show, okay?
Capitalism is an ideology of capital. The most important thing is the concentration of capital and to seek and maximize profit, Ocasio-Cortez said, and that comes at any cost to people and to the environment, she said. So to me, capitalism is irredeemable.
Okay then.
Mom,
What?
it's good. Abby's mom.
Go play in the playroom.
But mommy,
What?
there was a movie.
Hey, Alex, would you please stop? You're gonna wreck my stuff. Because you're banging on the pads.
But mommy,
Yes.
let me go be upstairs.
So then go pee upstairs.
Let's go.
Alex. Come on, buddy. Mommy's almost done. Then go down here. Then go pee down here, buddy.
Hey, mommy, we can go in the bathroom. Then you be mom.
You can reach.
I know it's tiny.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You be a big boy. You can turn on the light all by yourself. No, you're not. You're fine.
I do dying.
Although she said she doesn't think all parts of capitalism should be abandoned, we're reckoning with the consequences of putting profit above everything else in society. And what that means is people can't afford to live. For me, it's a question of priorities, and right now I don't think our model is sustainable. You are currently on a text element
could you
inside
please
of web
stop
content.
pulling
To
on
exit
my
this
stuff?
web area, press Control, Option,
Sorry,
Shift, up
guys.
arrow.
Look, do you see how short that light switch is? You could have definitely reached that. So Ocasio-Cortez is basically saying we can use some parts of capitalism, the parts that give her her iPhone and her Twitter, which we wouldn't have without capitalism, by the way. But, everything else, we just need to get rid of capitalism.
Hey, Mommy.
What, honey?
It's you.
I missed you too. Can you let me finish up what I'm doing? I'm almost done.
Why? You're all done.
My kid is super cute, says Duck Dog. Thank you.
That made you big. That made you big. But Mommy, my baby's tiny.
What?
My baby's tiny.
Your baby is tiny?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the matter? Why do you sound sad?
My baby's tiny.
You're sad because your baby is tiny?
Yeah.
Well, that's silly.
It's awesome.
It's awesome?
Yeah.
Okay, can you please stop pulling on the padding? Mommy is almost done. She's got one more story to read. Okay? Alex, stop playing with that. Do you understand me?
Mommy haunted me.
Well, why are you doing that? Alex, come on. I just touched... Stop. I just touched your head. You need to stop with that. Okay? No. Remember what I told you about saying people hurt you when they just touch you? I think I am done too, says I think I'm done too, RVA.
Those are the windows, Mom?
Tomorrow, don't touch, honey.
Those are the
Tomorrow
windows?
morning, Alex is going to be back doing Kung Fu camp. So my
Awesome.
stream will be I'll be by myself.
Sales? Sales? Sales?
So that's good news. Yes. Hey, Alex, you're going to break this. Step out from underneath.
Hey, no.
Yes. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Alex, why'd you do that? Well, okay, so tomorrow morning I will be by myself and we will do a full 2 hours. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream for today. Stop, Alex. And we'll be back tomorrow with some more news. Have a great day, everybody. I'm going to go and hang out with Mr. Alex. And we'll see everyone tomorrow.
What's the movie?
Can you say goodbye, chat?
Bye, Dad.